Hi guys, hello, welcome back to another recipe video. And today I'm sharing a paneer marinade. And this video is gonna be long compared to my other videos, as I'm making a detailed video and also giving some tips on how to make it. And now grab your bowls and let's get cooking. So first I'm using 3 tablespoons of yogurt. You can use Greek yogurt, hung curd, and then we're gonna beat it nicely until there are no lumps in it. It would hardly take 2 to 3 minutes. You can use whisk or you can just use that hand blender, but with spoon also it works pretty well. And after 1 or 2 minutes you're gonna see your yogurt nice, creamy, smooth, something like this with no lumps in it. And now we're gonna be putting the other wet ingredients. So first I'm gonna put some olive oil. You guys can even use ghee, but I actually prefer olive oil because I don't know, I just like the taste of olive oil, but I think ghee would be pretty nice too. And I'm putting like half a teaspoon, and after this I'm gonna be putting half a teaspoon of mustard oil, because mustard oil has that nice spicy sort of taste, which is like really unique and would make your marinade taste like really good. And whisk that thing all up, and now we're going to be making a dry roast masala powder. So grab your tadka pots or tiny little kadhais or whatever you use, and let's start making our roasted masala. So first I'm going to be putting little bit of cumin, then little bit of fenugreek seeds or methi, little bit, because methi has nice flavor, very unique flavor indeed, I think so. Then 2 cardamom pods, or you can even put 1. We don't want the cardamom flavor very strong. You can put cinnamon, but I did not go for it. Next, a little bit of carom seeds or ajwain. I generally love the taste of roasted ajwain, so I'm putting a little bit, and around 2 to 3 black peppercorns. I'm putting 2 to 3 because my spice tolerance is like very low, but if you have good spice tolerance you can add more. Plus I'm going to be adding a little bit pepper powder later on, so I just put a little, and around 2 to 3 cloves, and then a little bit of coriander seeds. I'm actually not a big fan of coriander seeds, but I'm just putting because coriander seeds has that nice unique flavor which enhances the taste of food. Fans off, lights on, and let's begin roasting. So I am just doing this on high flame so that it is quick, but make sure you're just standing there, otherwise you might end up burning your whole spices. Mix this occasionally, and we are gonna grind it. So I'm using persol and mortar to use this because I don't know how to use blender. And please be careful while pouring, because I almost ended up dropping everything. So let's start grinding our masala. I'm gonna keep that aside and let's begin. Okay, generally I actually thought that grinding with this would take a lot of time, but actually it did not. Hardly took a few minutes, and this is the condition. But keep one thing in mind, that we do not want a fine powder. It should be a little bit coarse so that you get that crunch. So make sure you are not turning it into a nice fine powder, because crunch is important. And within a few minutes, this is how it ended up looking. Pretty nice, not fine but coarse sort of. And we are gonna put this in our yogurt, and we are now gonna be making our second masala that is required. And just put everything in that yogurt, and again keep your yogurt aside. Next I'm making masala of try curry leaves because curry leaves are like really good, and I had them lying in my kitchen, so I was like, why not? So I just took a little bit, few leaves, around 5-7 leaves. But then I realized that my amount was very less, so I added more, a handful. And crushing dry curry leaves is like easy, hardly takes a few seconds because they're already dry. You don't even have to use something to do it. Just you can just put it in your hand and crush it directly. But I just used it so that my work becomes faster. And again, we are not going to be making a fine powder, it should be nice and coarse. So for all the flavors to come out, and I added more curry leaves again because I actually felt that the amount I used is too less for my amount of paneer. And this is how it looks right now. Just 30 more seconds and it's gonna be the consistency that I require. And yeah, this is how we want our curry leaf powder to be. Nice but not fine. Again, you can roast your curry leaf powder if you want. I did not because they're already dry. And now I had to make mustard powder. Now I do not have mustard powder, so I took mustard, roasted it for like few seconds, and they are all nice and crackly. Then we start grinding it, and in this tiny little kadhai, it was warm, so I soaked some cashews. Or if your kadhai is not warm, just take warm water and soak your cashews for some time, because it's easy to make paste of soaked cashews. And by the way, I'm gonna be making every paste powder with this pirsol and bottle. And my mustard powder is ready. Again, not a fine powder but a little bit coarse, and that roasting gives it that nice smoky-ish flavor. I like the smoky-ish flavor. I mean, like, who does not like smoky flavor in their marinade? And we are gonna mix everything well. Generally, this yogurt reminds me of a cookies and cream ice cream once it gets melted. But yeah, I hope this turns out to be good. And well, it did actually turn out to be good. I don't know why am I questioning. But to be honest, this marinade has the most random things that you can find in your kitchen. And if you don't have it, I'll be telling some alternatives too. Now, time to make paste from our cashews. Now I'm using this morsel, so I just took 1 or 2 cashews. If you're using blender, it's gonna be a lot way more easier. But yeah, it is actually time consuming, but it did actually turn out to be well it turned out pretty nice though. Again, we don't want fine paste, so I'm using this because nuts would give a nice little crunch to our paneer gravy. And by the way, I forgot to mention that this paneer you can cook it in 2 ways. I did not show the cooking part, but I'll definitely keep the results as my thumbnail. So I made the paneer in a gravy-ish way, and for the gravy-ish way, just add a little water and then cook the paneer. If you want, you can make it in a tandoori way. Just put it into skewers and just tandoor it up and grill it really well. And this is the cashew paste. Well, this is also a workout. If you want strong muscles, you can try this method, but I would say blender is a lot convenient. I added a little bit of water because my cashew got stuck at the bottom. So then again, I just kept on banging it, and this is how it looks like right now. Nice and milky yet a bit crunchy, sort of pretty nice, to be honest. Then this is the texture. You can see the tiny chunks, and we are gonna put this into our yogurt mixture. I generally thought of putting almonds in the beginning, but then I just thought that cashews might just end up making it tastier. Just take everything out and mix it well. I have one more thing to make a paste. And you guys can see an onion. I'm thinking to put an onion, but I'm gonna be, taking some garlic. And again, we're gonna just smash the garlic. If you guys want, you can use onions. I did not because I felt like the garlic is sufficient. And this is what my garlic looks like, roughly smashed, and put it into your yogurt and mix everything well, the cashews, the garlic, and be really careful with the cashews because my cashews got all stuck together. So just I mixed it really well. And I also thought that to make it a bit healthier, I went with a lot of ingredients which has protein, and I added a little bit of this yogurt water because it became really tight and thick. Not tight exactly, also thick. And I'm putting lots of Kashmiri red chili powder. You can use gochugaru. I actually use gochugaru, but Kashmiri red chili powder is a great alternative for gochugaru. And look at that nice pinkish color. So this marinade is actually full of protein, and it's like really healthy, I think, because it has a lot of stuff. A little bit of salt according to your taste. Then a pinch of turmeric for that nice little golden crimson color, because turmeric makes everything bright. So we want this to be nice and bright in color. Then I'm putting a little bit coriander powder and a little bit of cumin powder. Mix everything well. And this is a homemade masala. It has all the basic things. If you want, I'll upload a video of this masala, or just comment down below. I'll just send you the recipe in the comments in the description box if you guys want it. Otherwise, I'll just comment it down. And our marinade is almost ready. Cumin powder and then little bit of coriander powder, little bit because we have already put dry roasted coriander and cumin into a rough coarse powder, but I just added in case of the flavor. Mix everything well. And now time to put some white pepper powder, and I am putting little bit of Italian seasoning. I know this is like absurd, but let me tell you, it actually makes your food tasty. Tasty means really tasty. If you want, you can put some chili paste, some garlic, not garlic, ginger paste. I already put garlic, and mix everything up. And now I'm making a paste of sesame seeds. Yes, so sesame seeds are like really healthy, good source of protein, vitamin D, and has a lot of other nutrients. And we are going to turn it into a nice fibrous paste, coarse paste, just like we did for the others. Well, it is actually a bit difficult to make a paste of sesame like this, but it did turn out to be well. I'm just gonna add a little bit of water so that it is easier to make a paste out of it. And then again, let's start with the workout. Continuously keep on banging this until you get a nice little fibrous. And out of all, I think sesame was the most difficult one. And this is how it should look like. Nice milky. Get your yogurt back and put this thing in. Yay! You're doing a good job. I generally dumped everything, whatever I have at home, in this marinade, and generally it turned out to be great. I won't say good, I would say great. I had it for lunch. It was nice, creamy, spicy at the same time, even though I did not put much spice, but yeah, it was nice. Mix everything well, and this is how it looks like. And I'm gonna be putting something very, very absurd: mint mayonnaise. Well, I did not have mint chutney or green chutney at home, so I ended up putting mint mayonnaise. Mint gives it a nice, fresh, refreshing taste. So, mint mayonnaise is, I know, very, very absurd, but I would like if you guys actually use green chutney or mint chutney, because I don't think mint mayonnaise is actually appropriate for this. But let me tell you, the taste was not bad. It actually did a good job giving it a nice, refreshing taste to my paneer. Look at the thick marinade, and I'm putting a little bit of fresh cream to make it a bit nice and creamy. I know people would be like, lots of things with fats and might increase your cholesterol, but it's okay. Once in a while, it's okay. I'm putting a little bit of hot sauce, hot and sweet, because this is like the only spice that I can tolerate. You guys can use chili paste, slit chilies, and all. And we are going to mix this marinade really, really well. And look at that bright color. Well, it looks very orangish, sort of. Well, I gave my mom to taste the marinade and she approved it. She liked it. Keeping it aside, time to come to our paneer. Well, I actually soak my paneer in, turmeric and salt water, and just 5 to 10 minutes is like sufficient. Grab your chopping board and let's start chopping. Well, I actually could not find it, but the next second I found my chopping board. So grab your knives and let's start chopping our paneer. I am gonna be cutting it into cubes. You can even use chunks, slits, any shape you like your paneer to be in. Usually I cut into slices, but I thought of making cubes this time. My cubes were not exactly perfect, but still I tried to make it into like same size approx. So it's the shape I went with. A nice little cube. Might not be a perfect cube, but yeah, that's the shape. Chop everything up. Well, I think this marinade would be even great for chicken too. If you are non-vegetarian, you can use this marinade for your meat. Any meat, not specifically to be chicken. It can be chevron or whatever you like. And now the best part, time to dump in our paneer into this marinade and mix everything up really, really well. And you guys can even add something if you want, customize it with some veggies, completely your choice. And if you want to put something in the marinade that you like, it would be really nice if if it had a hint of the charcoal flavor, but sad part is that I do not have charcoal. Coat your paneer nicely into this marinade, and I am thinking to keep it in the fridge for around 24 hours and use it the next day. And you can just see how evenly I coated it, and your paneer is ready to be eaten as tandoori paneer or a nice little paneer gravy. Completely your choice how you wanna have it. And thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you guys like it.